Hi everybody, today I think is September 15th, it's the Thursday, it might be the 16th, I'm not sure. I received a bunch of figures in the mail, and these come from a painter that I have been using for probably 11 years. His name's James Brewerton, part of Exiles painting. So he sent me these in the mail, and I thought I'd show everybody in a quick video here. So the first thing that James painted up are some of the old, these came from a box set, and these are the Wood Elf Archers. And he had painted up some previously for me, but I had actually found a few more. So I don't know if you can tell right there in the center, we have, that's actually one of the Hero Quest figures for the game. So I think it works, perfectly for this Wood Elf Archer unit. So there's 14 there. In the back here, let's try to adjust this a little bit. We have some Dark Elf bowmen. That came from the same kind of Forces of Fantasy kind of regiment box set. So it had orcs, goblins, dwarves, wood elves, high elves. I think, did it have skeletons? I don't think so, but here's the dark elves. The figure behind was the dark elf that came with the Warhammer quest tiles. I'm gonna try to it's actually a nice enough paint job, but I'm gonna maybe put a little bit of purple on it. The next thing that James painted up, this here is a orc wizard, and he's part of the he's from the alternative Armies range, and I actually think this model is it's quite stellar. Actually, I think the model's very awesome. Definitely fits in with that old-timer vibe. Here we have an infamous giant spider and a forest goblin shaman on it. I can't remember his name offhand. This was a kind of like an eBay rescue or a Facebook rescue. I can't remember. And then we got some other, of the 3rd edition, 4th edition sculpts for goblins, which are just amazing. I remember the first battle report with this giant spider. Man, I remember reading that in White Dwarf, and it's still one of my favorite models. I've been wanting to get this model for a long time. I think I have 2 of them now. Moving on from there, these are some Warhammer Quest figures that James had painted for me for Warhammer Quest. They're Minotaurs. There's one more, I can't find it. But I do have a bunch of Minotaurs, but they're all based on 40mm square, 50mm square bases. So if I need more Minotaurs for Quest, I'm kind of covered there. The next thing, another eBay kind of rescue. James painted up Nagash for me. I think he did a really good job on this model. I forgot how big it was. I know my friend had it, but I don't remember playing it ever in a game of 4th or 5th. So, but a lot of people think this model is super ugly, but I think it's definitely grown on me. These here James didn't paint, but they were part of another Facebook rescue, so I've got to mount these up on some flying bases. In the parcel that I had sent over, because Alternative Armies are a UK company, James took it. The free model of when you placed an order was this Banshee. It's not a Games Workshop Banshee, but I'll tell you, it looks like an old Citadel model for sure. Here's some more of the Alternative Armies. Well, first of all, these are actually the Games Workshop. Some Skaven models. So we have Packmaster, kind of like an engineer there, and in the back one of the newer sculpts of a standard bearer. Now, but these are the Alternative Army Giselles. Now, the Giselle just comes with this one model that's in the back, and I've got 6 of them here. And the model in the front was actually it's kind of just like a champion kind of Skaven, and he kind of had like a kind of a sword that kind of had a fork in it. I don't know if it's called a Hauberk, Hauberk. I'm not really sure. I'll have to go to my weapons thing. But they broke off during transit because I didn't ship them very well, and James wasn't sure what they were for, so he just mounted the Giselles on a cavalry style base and put them on the shoulders, and I think he did just a great job. Here's some of the heroes for alternative armies in the standard, and again, I think they turned out just fabulous. These models, if you're in the UK and you're looking for some, alternate Skaven models, if you don't want to use some of the older plastics or metal models, these are good. They're really good. The next thing that he painted here was some Lord of the Rings figures. So we have Saruman at the back, and then we have Thorin, Oakenshield, and Dwalin, and I believe that's Bilbo. So just going to move over to the next section. So again, alternative armies. If you're doing Chaos Dwarves, and I know there's the Hi-Hat era, of kind of late 4th edition era, but if you want to go for a more of an Old Hammer vibe, here's the alternative armies. This is a dwarf kind of weremole, I think it was called. This crazy guy is going to take out his unit because that chain's pretty long. Got a piper. Now, these are kind of, they don't say Chaos Dwarves, but I thought, they're good enough. Here's kind of a leader king model. Just trying to show off some of these dwarves, because in terms of for Chaos Dwarves, I think they look great. They would work for dwarves, they'd work for Chaos Dwarves, depends how you paint them. The other thing we got from alternative armies that he painted up are some of these hobgoblins, and these hobgoblin models are really good. I think these might be some of the favorite models that James has ever painted for me. I like the color tones of the orange, and I really like the hobgoblin sculpts. I'm trying to get in close. Hopefully it focuses properly here. May not. But the models look great, and they do, for me, they're kind of a mix between a D&D hobgoblin and a Citadel or Games Workshop hobgoblin, so I think they're really good. Now, some other notes here. I'm just going to set this down for 1 second. See if I can do that without... Just give me a second here, I'll be right back. Here's something else I picked up at a thrift store. Now this is obviously some kind of toy castle, and I'm not sure what kind of color I'm going to paint the battlements, and it unfortunately didn't come with the gate, but I got it for like $4, so I can't wait to paint this up. It's gonna work good. I might actually add some plastic or foam kind of bricks to it, just to make it look a little bit better. Here it's a little bit dusty. Got to wash it, I guess, still. But yeah, I'm hoping to paint that up soon. That's one of the projects I have going. I'll set this down again. Just bear with me here. Now, when it comes to the Mantic Abyssal Dwarves, oh shoot, I think I'm going to drop them all. I was going to showcase them all to kind of show my army that I have so far. So James had also painted these. Here's some, I don't know if they're called decimators, I think so. So I've got those. Oh, and I forgot to mention here's some of the bull centaurs that he painted up as well. They're abyssal, I can't remember what they're called in the Kings of War area. But again, for proxies for Chaos Dwarves, I don't think you can get much better. So yeah, here's some more models of the Chaos Dwarfs. Now I have these on a base, but the base just kind of dropped. So here's some of the proxy models, I guess, for the Chaos Dwarf Thunderbuses. And I showed these off earlier as well here. But so this could be like some kind of demon lord, and I bought this used. I didn't paint that. So here's some more of the Abyssal Dwarves, and then we got the Chaos Dwarf Hell Cannon. This is actually a Forge World model. and that was nicely painted up. And then I got a few heroes as well. Try to bring those over. And some war machines. So we have, can't remember, is some kind of taskmaster or slave driver. There's kind of a wizard and two of the war machines. I screwed up on the war machine here when I built it. I had no instructions. So basically I've got the start of a really nice Chaos Dwarf force. It's, of course, it's proxy. I think I've got 20 of the Thunder buses as well. So yeah, just some models that came through. Some what's on in addition to the paint table for the for this fortress that I want to build. Managed to pick up a copy of the Frostgrave Cultists and by Osprey Games, and these will make excellent. They're just beautiful figures. They're perfect proxies for Mordheim, or if you want to play, if you want to kind of what do you call those? Empire flagellants. They're perfect for that. So that's kind of what's on the table. Just one other thing, and I know this is kind of something I always want to touch on in vlogs, is maybe touch on something with drinks or with food. If you live in Canada and you like Chips Ahoy cookies, you should really be switching to the Decadents. These they're President's Choice. They're kind of a direct replacement for Chips Ahoy, and they are way better than Chips Ahoy. I don't think I'd ever turn back. I think it's the chocolate chips in them, and to be honest, the best way to eat milk and cookies, you drop your cookies in ice cold milk or partially frozen milk, and you let it sit there for an hour or two, and when it's sludge, that's when it's best. Anyways, hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching.